What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Steam Deck OLED gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to have a look at Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin. Now, I had that in my wish list for a little while. No one requested it, but I was just kind of curious in it because I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I've liked all the Final Fantasies. The only one that I wasn't the biggest fan was the online ones, but that's just because I was never a big online guy. So, of course, I'm not going to be big into online stuff. Doesn't mean it's a sucky game or anything like that. It just wasn't for me. So, I decided to put that one in there, and lo and behold, waited long enough. A freaking sale happened, and it was 20 bucks versus 59 bucks. Or 49 bucks. I can't remember what this thing normally was, but since I didn't have... what the heck? Oh, I forgot to mute my phone. That was my ringing doorbell. Mute, you go. Anyway, so got that thing for cheap. Now, obviously, I could just buy every single game full price right then and there, but since I started out not having a lot of money in life, I still always have that, well, I can wait mentality. I'll just put it in there. Nobody requested this game yet. It's different if somebody requests it, then I'll just grab it right then and there. But since no one requested this, I just kind of was like, hey, I'm kind of curious in this game. I wonder if it's any good. Just put it in my wish list and kept it for a while. Lo and behold, got it for 20 bucks. So even if it sucks, oh well. I barely spent more than I spend on a trip to McDonald's on the few times I do finally go out and grab food. I'll go and grab myself a McDonald's every once in a while, even though it's not very good food. Sometimes I'm lazy and don't feel like making food, so I'll get some. But anyway, so we're gonna see how this thing runs. It does not say it has any info. It's just kind of like, hey, we don't know. This thing hasn't been tested yet, so. And I think it's from like 2022, so if it hasn't gotten a rating yet, it probably just never will. So we'll see how it runs, if it runs, or if it does run, how well does it run? Can we even get 30 FPS? Who knows? Well, we'll find out in this game, or in this video, if this game will run or not. So, let's stop wasting time, and let's get ourselves hooked up to the cache computer, and let's get started.
So, let's try this out first. This is just basically the default settings, except for two things. I changed the FPS from 30 to 120 just to see what it'll get. And we'll turn priority mode off, because that was on too. But other than that, everything else is the way it was. So I guess that's also 70% of 720p. And if we do need FSR, I'm going to try whatever the Steam Deck uses, because I think that's got to be better than 1.0. 1.0 is not going to be very good. But anyway, let's go see how this does. So here we are in the very beginning of the game. There's a little movie here, but hopefully it'll like be us fighting. Alright, here we go. We're fighting Tiamat. Ow. Okay, yeah. He definitely does some damage, that's for sure. Ouch. Whatever, I'm still learning. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, so far here I thought, oh man, cool, maybe the Steam Deck has a chance to be playable. And then I got out of here and saw that 25 FPS drop there, but hey, sometimes that happens. But so far, besides that, it's been staying above 30. But once we get out of this area and start and get to the tutorial mission, then it starts going, hey, guess what? You're going to get 25 FPS. And I'm like, shit. Alright, well, we got rid of him. Didn't take too long to load, at least. This is the area I was talking about. It's nothing but like grass. So I was like, well, if it can't do good here, it can't do good probably later in the game either. And yeah, we can't even stay above 30 in this small little area. very tiny. You can't go very far. It's like a very small little arena. And I thought to myself, well, it could just be the worst place in the game, but I doubt it. So that's why I didn't go any farther than this. I don't think I did until we got past the Firebat mini PC. Because I didn't think anything, after seeing this, I didn't think anything was going to run it too good, and I ended up being pretty right. Now, at least in this area, the Firebat and the... What was it? Actually, yeah, no, the Firebat did. It was just a little, weird with its frame times. And then the Ally X also got like over 40 here, but then I also had times where it dropped all the way down to 34, which made me think, okay, well, that probably also drops frames. So that's why I didn't go any further on that either, because I figured it would drop under 30 later in the game too. Alright, they want me to do that. It's one of those games where you cannot beat them until you do what it says to do. Okay, well, it is a tutorial after all. Anyway though, let's try FSR and see what that does. Alright, I didn't even bother showing the settings, because once I saw what this did, I was like, no, there's no point. It makes it way worse. This probably is a CPU bottlenecked game or something. Because why else would it drop so many FPS going and turning on FSR? I mean, unless the Steam Deck's FSR is broken. Maybe that's the case. But I figured it would still look better than 1.0. I don't know what the heck version it uses. For all I know, it is 1.0. And I just, I'm using the exact same thing the game would use. But I don't think so. I think it's like 2.1 or 2 or something like that. But I don't know for sure. Maybe it can just use whatever the game uses. But in this game, it's 1.0. Anyway, though, that's enough of this. Let's go move on to a tiny bit of camera. Alright, well, didn't get very far in the game before we realized that it can't even sustain 30 FPS in an area of grass and nothing else, so yeah. I did turn HDR on real quick, though. So screw it, we'll just play the tutorial a little bit. And who knows, there still might be some people that are just like, nah. I'm still fine with this. Brake gauge. So RT, okay. So there we go, we broke him. Finished them off with a solder. Okay. Oh, there it is. I heard it appear. Now we have Soul Shield. Hold B to P the brake gauge, okay. And then hit the RB button after that, okay. I think I can handle that. Oh wait, wrong one. Yes. Nope.
Soul Shield and Guardian. Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting game. I'm probably going to get my ass handed to me many times, seeing as though I died a bunch even in the tutorial. But yeah, still, not exactly the greatest experience though. I would like a 30 or 30 plus FPS experience myself, but in any case, I think that's probably plenty considering this game's not exactly running great. So, why don't we go ahead and go wrap this video on up. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, and I think I can tell why it doesn't have a check mark, or even an exclamation mark. And it's just because you can't even get close to 30 FPS all the time. I mean, we're in a little tutorial area where it's nothing but grass, and we still can't maintain 30. So I can guarantee, once we got further in the game, it's gonna run like probably in the teens and run like absolute garbage. I mean, it's already running absolute garbage, but even more unplayable than it already is, if you can imagine that. That's just my guess anyway. Or it could also crash a bunch, and just run out of VRAM or do a bunch of goofy shit. My guess is it would just run like shit though. Nothing I saw here really made me think, oh, it's gonna crash all the time. But when you're only getting like 22 to 25 FPS, I don't know. That's just not enough FPS for me. But there are people that enjoy games on the Nintendo Switch that run at that kind of frame rate at some points, not always, but at some points, and they're fine with it. So not everybody is even, you know, that susceptible to FPS. And they don't have a frame rate counter, so they're just like, oh, there's a picture on my screen, and I'm playing this game. I'm having fun, you know? I wish I could be like that sometimes, but nope, I'm spoiled by high frame rates and this, that, and the other thing. So me, 60 FPS on desktops is my like bare minimum, and then 30 FPS on these handhelds is my bare minimum. Because it's a lot harder to notice low FPS and input latency and all that when you're using a controller. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, that is all I got for you guys for this particular video. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, even though this game kind of ran like ass, because I still enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.